We're on, right? So today's the topic that I'm going to talk about is going to be a little different. Okay, I keep hearing about how people are doing all these spells on me, right? For the face and for the fucking whatever, the hair. I've had people put hair in my shampoos and things like that so that I'll lose hair. It took me a while to figure that one out, and I mean, people tried poisoning me and things like that. So I decided, why not approach it differently, right? They're attacking everything about my looks, right? So I decided to, why not try to heal? I'm too busy trying to heal other people and trying to help other people that, yeah, maybe I should take a little time and try to heal myself. So something that I've done before in the past that I didn't even know had a name for the longest time was that Reiki or Reiki, Reiki healing, however you pronounce it. I've always been naturally when it comes to massaging and deep tissuing and stuff like that, even though I'm not licensed or certified. Something that I enjoy doing for people, undoing knots and tension and things like that in people's in your body. So I decided, well, why not work with the chi of and not put it towards the face and start healing, right? Start rejuvenating, start doing the whole healing process, right? So I started doing that about a day ago. Some of the scarring is starting to clear up. I don't know if you can see. There is a little bit of makeup on here, or the spider bit me and stuff like that. I want these little glamour spells and all that. And I said, well, I can start doing something to the hair now. So hopefully we'll be seeing a different process with the hair. Should get a little more fluffier, I guess. I do have naturally wavy hair, thick hair, but I thought it was with age that your hair gets thinner or whatever. But at least I still have hair and I'm not bald. Not that anything against people like that, because if that was the case, I'd be definitely trying to do something with for it. Only because to make myself have self confidence, just like I'm about to do some implants for my teeth. I'm not gonna do dentures. I don't believe in freaking dentures. For hell no. Not against dentures, but it's like something that'll make me feel better. Because I mean, I do want to smile more, and I do want to feel like have more confidence. In order ability to have more confidence, you do have to work on certain things about myself. I even thought about doing like if the scarring doesn't clear up, whatever. Eventually, I'll do some retinol or face peeling or face laser, whatever you call it, where they go in and they do laser, where the chemical pills or whatever. I'm not gonna stress out about that. That will be in due time. I just know that all that little stuff, even though to some people may seem vain and stuff like that, it's something so that I shouldn't feel insecure, ashamed, but those things have been with me since I was a kid. So yeah, I can work on them, and yeah, I'll eventually won't have that issue. But if there is something that they could possibly do that's not such a big surgery, I don't believe in plastic surgery. Not that I'm against it or anything like that, but like scarring and tumors and things like that, I see nothing wrong with it. And like teeth and stuff like that. I want to be able to smile ear to ear. But today's a little more serious day because, like I said, something led me to believe that. Well, God led me to believe that I know that my destiny and my future is going to be, for world, international world, global world, humanity, and helping people all over the world. Not just in the United States, just not just the homeless people here in the States, right? So eventually it'll be like all over the place. So, and plus, I care about humanity. I don't like seeing people tortured. I don't like seeing people shot down. I don't like war, things like that, innocent people. But I know that in the Bible, there's plenty of stories of battle. I mean, almost the whole Bible is about battle. So, when God comes, Jesus comes, it's battle. We all know that already. So, I know that I'm being led, my heart's being led to the Mid East. Don't know when and where and stuff like that. And I'm not going to completely say for sure, but I know that that's where my heart's telling me. Um, Definitely, I'm sure there's a lot of orphan children out there. There's a lot of things going on over there that need help. And so, yes, I can pray from here. And yes, God can help and answer prayers from here. But I'm feeling the pull. I'm feeling that pull to go over there. I've always wanted to discover and go to the Middle East. Anyways, I always wanted to see where Jesus was born and the Holy Land and where Moses parted the sea and all that stuff. Everything that you hear in the Bible, I've always wanted to explore that area. Anyways, so whenever I get the opportunity, I'm actually will be a little excited on certain things, for the history. But I do worry about the humanity and the people out there, and talking about it is not the answer. I'm praying and praying and hoping something gets resolved and peace comes there for some of these people. My heart goes out to these people, and my whatever I can do on my part, I will do the best that I can. That I do promise to people out there. That I'm going to do the best that I can on my part. I'm only a little person here right now in the U.S., but if I ever, when I get power, I'm not even saying affirmations, everybody keeps telling me, when I become the first female president of the United States, when I become all these things that I have aspirations for and inspirations for, I will be the one to change things. I will be that one. I will not let you down. These people in the Middle East, the Jewish, the people that have been fighting for their country for so long, Israel, I'm a firm believer on that. That when I become president, the first female president of the United States, I will do something. I will, but I'm hoping to do something. I will do something in prayers and with God and God's help. We will have something hopefully resolved soon in your country. And so don't lose faith. And this is going out to those people out there. Don't lose faith. Keep praying, and I'll pray on my end. And there's a lot of people, working hard, and hope, and we want those prisoners released, freed, those that are captive, hostages. So on my end, I'm doing the best that I can with what I have and where I'm at this point in my life. But I will not forget or ever put it aside. It'll be something of number one concern for me. Now that I'm completely aware and completely watching everything and seeing a lot of things that I've kind of have put in the side and not been paying attention to. Sometimes politics are not like the best things to hear. The way the world is in other places, since we are blinded here in the U.S., that we don't that we take our lives for granted every day. That these other people are suffering. That this stuff is going on. It's like torture and mental families being torn down, torn apart, killed right in front of each other. It's just, I could only imagine the horrific feeling of this. Um, so my heart's really there right now. And so I pray for them deeply, deeply in my thoughts. And I want that girl that I saw her video, I didn't even get her name or the video, to relax and know that God's got this, man. And sometimes we just don't know when and where, but it's going to be taken care of. That's all you got to know, and not to lose faith in God and in Jesus. And with that note, I also want to go into something a little less serious and stuff like that, right? People think that they can sidetrack me or get me to not focus on things that I need to be focusing on God's word and what my purpose is here, right? Because my purpose changes constantly. It's never going to be the same. It's always going to be something different. I feel like my job is always to keep going, and not that I can't have a place or a home or a life. I just know that the first calling and whatever God says always goes. So yes, there's times of relaxing and taking it easy, and then there's times of working hard, and there's times of praying hard for manifestations, so that the world can change completely. So I I am working 3 days a week, 12-hour shifts. I would have the option to pick up more shifts, but I'm not. because I need time to relax, and I also need time to see what's going on in the world and pay attention to more serious matters than myself and like twin flames and things like that. I feel so stupid. Not stupid. I feel like very childish and very nonsense when there's people out there dying in the world every day, and there's more serious matters in the world to worry about than who's wearing what and who looks like who and who likes who and who doesn't like who and who's banging this person and banging that. It's just stupid to me, right? I got a reality check yesterday when I seen the video of that one girl that I'm telling you from Gaza. That was it, man. It like snapped me into realizing that there's a big purpose out there, and I want to be part of it, and I'm gonna be part of it. So I need to be focused on things like that. And I think I've realized having these bad relationships in the past that God has taught me is that uh, I no longer need to feel like I have to belong to somebody or that I need somebody to love me in that sense, because I do feel loved every day of my life. I'm very fortunate and I feel his presence all the time around me. So I don't ache for that. I don't long for that. If I love somebody, it's because I love somebody. It's because I love you. It's because I care about you. But my heart's like that for everybody, not just one person. It's like that for my children, especially for my families, for everybody suffering in the world. Anybody that's ever had any kind of sorrow or heartache or any kind of abuse or rape or murder or anything, any tragedy, my heart is always going to be there first. So when it comes to relationships, I'm not caught up in relationships. I say things, like sometimes I'm just how do I say it? Because I don't want to undermine it either. Because when I say something, I usually 99.9% mean it. Um, I do things to lighten things up, to lighten situations up, to lighten a person, make a person see something a little different, and maybe they think they know me very well when they don't. To me, when a person really cares about somebody, they really take the time to get to know the person, not just on social media. Social media is not intimate enough for me, and I just think it's a lame excuse. That's my opinion. Because when you really care about something, I don't care how scared you are, how nervous you are, you'll go meet that person. Where there's a will, there's a way. You know what I mean? Because I've traveled with no money on my feet, hitchhiked rides to get to somewhere I needed to get to because I wanted to. No money held me back. No animal held me back. Nothing held me back when the love is really there. When it's really for real, for true reasons, money ain't an issue in that situation. You understand what I'm saying? So, but for other people, all of a sudden a person's more attractive because there's money coming or because the person is this or that or people are noticing that person. So now you want to notice that person. And now all of a sudden that person has interest or you find it interesting, but you really don't care. It's just because everybody else is noticing and you don't want to look like the person that's going to be left out, but unfortunately you probably will be because of the fact that there's a lot of things coming up, man, to the surface right now to what I felt 2, 3 days ago. I mean, I can't help it if God opened up my eyes and took off the little blinders and shit, lifted up the shades up and opened up my eyes and said, listen, child, look at this. Because you're not looking at the whole thing. Or my ancestors, somebody opened my eye like this, pried it freaking open and shit. And it made me realize that there's more to life than just being in love with somebody and waiting on somebody or the whole or your children. I'm my energy and my time and my love and my space and anything about me is going to go towards where it needs to be, where God tells me to take it, where it's going to help nourish, help inspire, help amplify, help energize, heal, whatever possible thing it needs to do, whatever. I'm a vessel. And that's the first thing. I'm here. I'm a servant of the Lord, and that's all I know, and that's all I really care about. Everything else that falls in place, anything else that He gives me, is just are just tokens and just like tokens of good spirit and gold and things that God's blessing me with that I won't ever take for granted and that I will share. It's not in my nature to be stingy and not to share what the Lord gives me. I just can't. And I think that's why I'm getting it late in life, because if it would have been when I was younger, I would have just been buying, I would have been just living that lavish life, that life, like that vain life. And I think that's why everything's coming to me late in age. And I had to go through all that trials and tribulations to get to this point, because how would I ever understand what it's like to be that brokenhearted? Not everybody's broken heart. I mean, people have had different types of brokenheartedness, right? We all experience different relationships, different situations, different abuse, and things like that. But sometimes there is abuse and situations that go way deep into the heart, to where not everybody experiences that kind of deep, broken sorrow. Only few do, like the people out there in Gaza. They probably experience it way worse than I ever have. It made me look like a crybaby for no reason. Like I'm like, man, these people, like that girl. So what I'm trying to tell you, there's different depths of sorrow, and in these different depths of sorrow is what really will define you, and what God will define or sculpture you into being, right? What He wants you to be. We may not realize it during those really bad heartaches and those hard times that we're experiencing, war, or people dying in front of us, having to bury your father, or having seen your father or your mother die, shot, killed in front of you, or taken away from you and held for hostage. These things will do so, at the time, it's such an impact on your life that you don't realize how much of an impact it's going to be even in your future, right? And depending on how you see it and how you heal from it will determine how you make of it, and how you choose to use it to your benefit and to benefit other people, is all I'm trying to say. I'm not saying anybody's sorrow is any less than anybody else's. All I'm just trying to tell you is that there is different depths of sorrow that people experience. And that's why my heart will go out to those people. And then I started watching some videos, like I love music. I'm not a dancer, right? I admire people that dance, people that do art, people that are artistic. And it's always caught my eye. And like lately, there's like this song that's being played that I love it. I think it's I don't know if it's Chris Brown. I thought it was Omarion or something like that, or Mario, and like, I don't know if it's Lil Wayne, but I just love the beat of that song. I don't agree with some of the lyrics about being just the main one, but I agree with. I just love the beat to the song. Sometimes I ignore some of the words to the songs. Sometimes only because I don't like the message it's coming across, right? But the beat and the sound is cool as hell. So I do like that song. So when I was scrolling down and looking at all these videos and stuff, I watch all the music. I love to see people dance, man. I admire that shit. Um, I saw these Turkish, maybe I don't know. It says Kurdistanians or something. Or I don't know what they are. They're like from over there, from the Middle East. These hot-looking men were all like in a line dance, right? And they're all dancing to like Hot Step or no. I don't know how it goes. But anyways, they're like, and I don't know why it makes me laugh when I see it, but it's because it's like a group of men hugging each other and just doing a dance, like doing some kind of celebration, which I think is pretty awesome. But as I was looking at them, I'm like, dang, some of these guys are not bad looking. I'm like, wow, they're kind of hot, some of these dudes. And I'm thinking, wow, why not find me a real emperor from one of these countries? No, I'm just joking. But the thought did occur to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, oh, at least it could be like a real king, a real emperor type of dude. But I don't know. Different cultures, different things. Language of love is totally, could do a lot of things. That was just on a little higher note because I didn't want to seem so down, Debbie Downer today, because I could be a Debbie Downer. Anyways, and so I leave that note. It's not a sad day for me, but it is a day of concern. And like I said, I don't worry because God's got this. But my heart can't help what it feels. And that's what I want to express. This is like people keep saying transformations. You're downloading. Well, today I was so tired. I had to tell God not to give me no more downloading. Let me have one day without downloads. Let me relax this brain, because my brain lately has been laughing and joking and just like all over but like a silly type of child. Like I go from 10 years old to like 16. It seems like, and now today I'm like the grown woman. Today I'm like the 50-year-old woman because my birthday's coming. It'll be here like in what is it? It's today 25th? 5 days, man. Like I said, almost a witch, but not quite a witch. I ain't no witch. I know the spells, but I was doing like this healing to my face today. I thought, listen, man, you're always doing other things for other people. Why don't you just try to heal yourself? Because I always felt like I was meant to heal other people, but it's like this. It's like it's a not a catch 22. It's like you got the gift to heal other people, but you don't think about healing yourself, or you don't know if you'll be able to heal yourself. But all my life, I was been able to heal myself from any kind of cold or any kind of sickness that I've ever had, which is not. Oh, I see I'm tired. Oh, it's not much. Oh, I noticed that I got into lately. I went into like their bosses at work, their little kitchen area. I don't care. They might fire me for this saying this shit. I'm not supposed to take things from work, right? But I had a cold. I have a cold. I have like a congestion, or I don't know. So to start staying at the shelter, I get there. Everybody's got a cough. It's going around. It's going around. I knew it was gonna come back, and I was gonna catch it. So I was really upset, and I get mad at people coughing without covering their mouths or wearing a mask, right? Because I try to wear a mask as much as I can. So of course I end up with it. I'm like, oh man, I'm sick. This sucks. I could hear it in my throat and in my nose, but I got to get up and go to work, right? And so they got this steel. Their little break room is open, so it's got like this kitchen area, kitchenette, whatever. It's all stainless steel. And I looked in there and I'm like, damn, they got coffee, but we don't get no free coffee, right? And I'm like, huh. And so then I looked around, and when I looked around in between the coffee pots and the the refrigerator, there was all these little packages of how do you say it? Chi, chai, whatever, coffee, teas, little packets of tasso or taso. I can't even pronounce shit right today. I didn't think about it. All these little Asian style teas because I love Asian food. I don't care. I love Asian culture, Asian food. I'm just big on Japanese, Korean food, Chinese, you name it. I work with a lot of Burmese people and Philippine, I guess. Well, anyways, and they bring me sticky rice. I love it. And so I love their food, I swear. So, anyways, I could eat that every single day. That's all I know. It's like better than my Mexican Latin food. It would be my go-to food is Asian, no matter what, and a piece of steak. Nothing like being from Texas and having barbecue, but ribeye steak, T-bone steak, fajitas. Oh man, go to town with that shit. So, anyways, back to that. So I didn't say stole. I took these little packages of teas because I'm sick, right? And I don't get paid till Friday, and I'm broke. I'm a broke bitch. So I took the little packages, and they're little sweet loaves. I'm guilty of that, and they're sugars, and I brought them back with me, and so that's what's been healing me, right? But it also took me back to somebody, one of these African people that I met from Congo, my blood sisters, mi amigas. They brought anise. They drink anise. I love that shit. My mom used to make me anise, yerba buena, um, peppermint, every canela, cinnamon sticks. That's how we used to cure ourselves. My mom used to cure us with all these herbs, like, and there's add a little sugar, of course, and that's what we would drink. Like when we were sick, instead of drinking like Nyquil and Robitussin or Dimetapp or Benadryl, we were raised on these herbs, right? She'd boil up water and put anise, or she'd put yerba buena, all kinds of stuff. We had some of the stuff growing in our yard too in Texas. You just go out in the yard and grab the shit and start boiling it. You got cramping, anything. My mother, like, she was so good at that shit. I do miss that. I do miss all her little secrets that she had on natural. My mom was a natural healer. She was probably a shaman and didn't even know she was a shaman. You understand? That's how good my mother was. Anyways, and so it brought back to me like detoxing, right? Like I need a detox. Maybe that's why I'm breaking out this face. I thought it was sexual frustration of not having any sex, going back to teenage years, because I noticed that like I haven't had a period like in like 5 years since I was with that narcissist dude. My period stopped, right? I thought, oh, I'm already 50, so whatever. But all of a sudden, I ain't lying to you. Like a month or 2 months ago, I started spotting again and feeling like the whole period deal, and I'm like, what is going on here? And so that's why I wouldn't doubt it if if I could get pregnant. But even if I didn't, oh, there's adoption. There's like some of these Palestinian children, these Jewish kids I wouldn't mind adopting over there too. These orphans out there probably. But I started thinking about so many different things, and my mind's like all over the place, as you can tell. But this is a different type of video, and um, just letting this was more like just letting you into a world of thinking and what I've been thinking about lately. So I'm gonna end that note, and may you guys have a wonderful afternoon, and may God always bless you. Okay, love you all. Goodbye.